What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Let's do something a little different. I'm making a cap wig. I call it a cap wig. So I have a couple of wigs that I need to make for a couple of clients. One of them is going to be a sewn wig, which I'm going to use thread and make. But this one right here, I'm just calling it like a wig cap because it's just a glue-on wig. So what I'm doing now, I'm pinning a plastic cap to the canvas head. And so you can just watch me in this video make this wig. I'm gonna have some text just telling you what I'm doing, but in this video you can watch me make this wig cap, and then I'm gonna chat a little bit about not burning bridges in business. Not burning bridges in business. So I've been making, videos about, lately I had added recently a new playlist called, Fresh Out of Cosmo School. And it's for like people who are new to the industry, to the service industry. So I got some information in there for you guys. I have a lot of business videos on my channel. I have over 500 videos on my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you'll join my family, my tribe. If you're already currently a subscriber, a family member, or part of my tribe, I really appreciate it. I've been on YouTube grinding. Like, YouTube is a grind. It's not nothing for the faint at heart. It's something you got to be on here grinding, and that's what I've been doing. So, like I said, you can just watch me make this wig, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about, some business stuff and not burning bridges in business, because, it could apply and relate to, a lot of different business types, but I feel like personally, it happens a lot in the service industry.
Thank you.
In the service industry, I feel like people burn bridges a lot. Now, it really doesn't matter, in my opinion, what type business you're in. I just feel like in general, you should not burn bridges in business at all. That's just my feeling. And so I'm grateful for my channel because it's an outlet whereby on Sugar Salon TV, I can, just give, information from my heart and give my honest feedback on how I feel, and just prayerfully and hopefully, I can help people, whatever, in whatever situation they're in or whatever type business they have, whether you've been in the industry a long time, whether you're a service provider or just own some other type of business, whatever the case may be and whatever your situation may be, hopefully I can give you some type of feedback and some type of information that will help you along the way. So again, I just personally feel like in the service industry, people burn bridges a lot. No matter what type of business you're in, again, don't burn a bridge. That's just not something that you do. To me, it's common sense, but, like they say sometimes, common sense is not that common anymore. But number one, you don't burn a bridge because it's just not a good thing to do. You never know. You may make a decision. You may feel like it's the best decision ever. And then later on down the road, you may, when hindsight becomes 20/20 for you and you see in clearer like 3, 4, 5 years down the road, you might want to reach back out to that person and be like, okay, I tried it. Somebody along the way may have mentored you or helped you or been a blessing in your life or in your career, and you will be able to go back. Just like me, I retired from hair and had 20-something years in corporate. I went back like almost 2 years now, back to a company that I used to work for a long time ago. And so just the ability to be able to not burn a bridge, to leave in right standing and good standing, that shows everything about you. It shows your integrity. It shows what kind of person you are. I mean, it speaks volumes about who you are. So whether or not you burn bridges or not, that determines the type of person that you are. In my opinion, it speaks volumes to the type of person that you are. Because some people are willing to burn bridges and harm people who have done nothing but trusted them and helped them. So I feel like in the service industry, it happens a lot.
Thank you.
So yeah, I feel like it's something that happens a lot in the service industry. I mean, because it's a business where you're pretty much your own boss. Like the money you make is going to be determined by you and how many clients you service and how many, what your book of business looks like, what your clientele looks like. So I feel like, and I've been in this hair industry off and on over 30 years, so I know this to be true. This is just not based on, osmosis or anything like this. This is something that I've seen happen. It's just something that I know is very prevalent in the service industry, whether people speak about it or not, or whether it's widely known. I think it's widely known. I just think it's something that's kind of accepted in the industry. It's like something that people don't really talk about. They may talk about it in the industry, but I don't think it's like something that's very well known amongst people who are not in the industry. Like if you're in the industry, you know that this happens, but if you're not, you may not know. But it's very, very commonplace in the industry, in the service industry, where people burn bridges in business. That's just, you don't do that. Because another reason too is you don't want to put that seed in the ground. Like a business is a lot. Like it takes a lot of blood, sweat, tears, prayers, money. It takes a lot to have your own business, to have a small business. It takes a lot. So for someone to come along who you've done nothing but help, and you've encouraged them, you've mentored them, you've nurtured them, you helped them along the way, you made sure they made money. And now I'm not just speaking about me or what I've been through. I know that there's a lot of people in the service industry, a lot of salon owners, a lot of business owners, no matter whether it's a salon, it could be a restaurant, any kind of mom and pop type business. Those business owners go through a lot. It's a lot that you go through. And a lot of times you don't know people's history, what their background is. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know, you may not know what their criminal history is, if they have one or not. You just really don't know nobody's mindset. Sometimes you can have people and you've known them your whole life, but you still don't know what their mindset is. Like they may do something that can totally shock you. Mm-hmm. So just owning a business, that's when you really, really, really get to see who people really, really are, at work. And whether it's corporate America, whether it's a mom and pop, whatever it is, in my opinion, you really, really get to see who people really are when it comes to their work. Because people are at work the majority of the time. Like 8 hours out of a day, you're at work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, you're at work, sometimes longer than that. So whether, you're self-employed or whether you work in corporate, whatever your situation is, you learn a lot about people just by working with them. And so, in a service, mom and pop service type situation, like you may be working in a family-owned hair salon, or you may be, no matter where you work, when you're working in like a mom and pop type business, people kind of let their guard down even more. So they're more willing to do something in a mom and pop type situation than they may be in a corporate situation, and again, people's true, really, who they are, it really comes out at work. You'd be shocked and amazed, but I'm shocked and amazed how people will burn bridges. I mean, I'm shocked and amazed at the bridges that people burn just over money. And what people don't sometimes understand, or sometimes people seem not to understand, is that you can be motivated by other people. You can see somebody else's business doing really, really good. And so what God wants to show you, the reason he's letting you be a partaker of that business, and the reason he's allowing you to see firsthand, up close and personal, that business, do so good and be so successful, is because God is trying to show you too that if you do it that same way, with that faith, with that blood, sweat, and tears, he can help you to get to that level as well. Yeah, it's to motivate you. Yeah, it's to encourage you. Yeah, it's to do all that. But it's not for you to start to be envious, jealous, feeling some type of way, and feel like the business would not survive, or the business wouldn't be this, that, and the third if it wasn't for you. The reason that God have us in these situations is because he's trying to teach us something. He's trying to show us something. He's trying to encourage us. At the same time, it's not for us to envy, jealous, backbite, backstab, be jealous of all of this other kind of stuff that can sometimes come with, being successful as a small business owner, which is ridiculous. Because if God can do it for one, he could do it for somebody else. He just needs your obedience and your faith. He just needs you to trust him and believe. But when we go out here and try to go about it our own way to get stuff, that ain't gonna last long. You can go out here and take, and we can go out here and we can steal, and we can do everything known to man that's not right by other people, and that's illegal. But at the end of the day, how long is that going to last? You see what becomes of people who do that. I mean, would you really, really, really want to start a business off like that? Like, I would not want to start a business off with that kind of seed in the ground. I would not want to start a business off by taking from harming somebody else's business so that my business can be successful. None of that at all.
Thank you.
And then to try to act blind to the facts that you're harming another business and doing the same thing to somebody else's business that you wouldn't want somebody to do to your business is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And you may not be held accountable by the law. You may not be held accountable by that person that you harmed. But one thing about God, he knows all, he sees all. And another thing about God is as long as the earth remains, it's going to be seed time and harvest. And so a lot of people call it karma. And you can call it karma, seed time and harvest. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, when people go out here and harm other people who have done nothing but try to be used of God to bless you or to bless them, I mean, woe be unto them. Like, what kind of person would it take to be able to do something like that to somebody else? And what kind of mindset, what kind of spirit could it take for people to harm people who's showing nothing but love, support, encouragement, blessings, and everything they can? Like, what kind of person or what kind of mindset can it take for people to be able to harm people who are helping them? The mindset that it must take is is unbelievable. So the burning of the bridges in business, don't do that. I mean, if you feel like you're encouraged by another business owner or a place that you work, that's wonderful. That's what God wants to happen. But make sure when you go out, you don't go out sowing a bad seed. Just don't burn bridges in business. Just don't. Because if you do, it's like the worst. Because do you know how much blood, sweat, tears, faith, weight loss, weight gain, high blood pressure, everything else that any kind of business owner goes through, especially a small business owner that owns their own business, it's a lot. And people can watch you and get motivated by you, and that's wonderful. And it can appear to them that it's the easiest thing to do known to man, or it's the easiest thing since sliced bread. But it is not. You have to have the right mindset, the right skill set. You got to have patience. You have to be professional. Like, it's a lot of characteristics and integrity that you have to run a business. Like, most landlords will let you come and sign a lease. They'll show you a space and you can sign a 3 or 5 year lease. But then what's your integrity? Like, what's your, what's going to keep you in business? Are you out here harming other people's businesses? And then you're not only harming their business, but then you leave and try to defame them at the same time, because now guilt is eating you up about what you did to the person. And so now you're out here trying to defame the person because self-preservation, you're trying to preserve yourself. So now you're speaking ill of the person who did nothing but help you. So it's just something that's very commonplace in the service industry that I wish people would put a stop to it. Now, I'm an old head hairstylist, a retired hairstylist, and I'm old school, so I just wasn't raised up that way to do that. And then I wasn't raised up to deflect. And to deflect means to do something to somebody that you know is wrong, but then you try to place the blame on the person that you wronged, as opposed to being accountable and being responsible for your own actions, which takes someone with integrity to do. And then people will go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, the rest of their life years without ever apologizing to the person or ever going back to the person and saying, I'm sorry, which I'm sorry is just 2 words.
Oh my God.
Or, people will go many, many years without being accountable. I mean, the self-preservation that people have when they do wrong by somebody else is unbelievable.
What?
Like, you just wouldn't believe the levels of narcissism that people now have, where they are willing to just harm people who have done nothing but show them love, support, encouragement. People who, places they worked at before where people were not willing to help them at all, or only help them for a minute, but saw they weren't trying to do nothing to help themselves. And so I just wanted to let you watch me make this wig and just say, stop burning bridges. Stop sowing them bad seeds and then thinking you're going to be a success, or harming other people's businesses and then opening your own and then think it's going to be, that God going to be able to help you with that when you sowed that bad seed. It's unbelievable. I just want people to stop it, because I want to see people blessed. When you go through all that to open a business, I want your business to prosper. I don't want you to have no bad seeds in the ground. I want your business to be a success. So you guys, I didn't show the closure, but I have another video I'm going to drop down in the description box, and you can see me making the closure. So look at this beautiful wig. Anyway, thanks for watching and thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe.